Long ago, there were two tanks that were introduced into the game. Two tanks at the end of a tech tree. Two tech trees that already existed. And they were the last released tech tree tanks that were not nerfed. In fact, they were the last tech tree tanks released until World of Warships Legends came out and stole the developers. Since then, the game has been on a decline. And that would be the Super Conqueror and the WZ-111 5A. Two tanks that were considered too good when they were released, which is absolutely crazy because since then, the 5A has only been buffed and it's still not played. It is played less currently than the 113 is. The 5A is the least played tier 10 heavy tank in the game. The Super Conqueror is still played a lot. Hasn't really seen any buffs. I can't think of any, but maybe it has. But it's, you know, the E5 exists, the Chieftain exists, a bunch of premiums exist. You don't see people playing these tanks anymore. Or at least players who are thinking with their brain. And yeah, that is the state. That's the Super Conqueror and the 5A. Notorious for being considered the greatest tanks in the game, now being left in the dust. Though they've never been nerfed. So it is quite interesting just how much the game has changed. In fact, I would pull out the FV2 and 5B over the Super Conqueror every day these days. Better gun handling, better DPM, better side scraping abilities, better mobility. It's just a better tank in my opinion. And then the Super Conqueror, But today we're going to be playing the Super Conqueror in this video, and a follow-up video we will be playing in the 5A, and we're going to be pulling them out both live. So we're not going to be picking and choosing our replays so people can stop complaining. Even though that's what I always do. I don't pick and choose my replays, but people say I do. What can I say? I'm a super unicum. Alright, let's do some Super Conqueror gameplay. Namenhan in a slow, heavy tank. 34 kilometers an hour top speed. Very similar to the E100. It just gets up to speed a little bit quicker than the E100. 6.2 seconds to reload. Very nice, very nice. But I think that's comparable to the E5, which has 420 alpha damage now. And is more maneuverable, and has better hull armor, and has better turret armor. People like turret armor. Has better turret armor. It doesn't have a big cupola. Yes, it does, and the cupola is weak. You are correct. However, premium rounds punch straight through this turret. The E5 does not suffer that. You still have to hit it in the weak spot, which you can kind of wiggle yourself and avoid being punched through. This one, you can't. You just point your gun straight at the enemy. Don't wiggle your turret. Wiggling your turret does nothing. In fact, wiggling your turret just gives them an easier side turret shot. Just point it and hope they don't hit you in a weak spot. That is the Super Conqueror. But you have 10 degrees of gun depression, which is nice. It's got the Conqueror hull, but with 20 millimeters of spaced armor on the front, so it's 170 millimeters of armor, which still gets punched through pretty easily. Foolish child. That was interesting. That is their one and only light tank. Oh, they have two. They're both dead. Imagine my shock. We're to start up here. Excuse me. I would love to go down below, but... Ooh la la. Start up here, because we might have shots on this roofless. We do. We did. Now we don't. We do, we did, we don't. Alright. Okay, with our light tank kind of leading the way, we're going to follow him in. This is what we want. Because I didn't want to go down here just because of what might be up there, but with our light tank kind of doing what he's doing, we should be safe. Should be safe to move up. 2 pigs. Scary. 2 of those slime balls. 34 kilometers an hour top speed. Will our light tank get to just feast? He might be able to. Just feast on the artillery. You go get him. This field is going to be tough to push through, especially with all these tank destroyers. But they're going to be preoccupied with trying to kill the light tank once he gets spotted. Because he's about to get lit up. Finding those pigs. So we're going to take that advantage. Why is he coming this way, huh? Huh? Why are you here? My gun out. My gun singing. Got to. Get it going, get it going. He seems to be AFK. Should have been a high roll there, but it was not. We'll take that. And we'll put another Hesh shell into this guy. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is dead. Yag Tiger, you're next, buddy. Better run. Ooh. FE2 and 5B would have been able to get that shell out. Same with the Chieftain. .57 heavy. The heat. This heat shield on our hull is not as good as you might think. It does not actually block heat because of how close it is to the hull. And so heat just goes straight through this tank's spaced armor. The turret's a little bit better with that. Just because of its angling, and it's pulled a little bit further away from the hull. But dang. Oh, he hit. That's pretty cool. Breaks my optics. I kind of need those. I need to fix that. And he's dead. Matters not. That thing has no side armor. He's dead. My gosh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable game. There we go. Wow. This team was doomed to start. Right from the beginning, they had no hope. 4,000 damage, 900 assist. Still squeaked out 5,000 combined. But that is the state of this game these days. Truly, truly unfortunate. Though. Squadron Second's not bad. In a slow tank on a map like this, I'll take it. Live Oaks. The only place to go in the Super Conqueror has two T-92s aiming at it. I should already block them. I can only block one of them. I think I'm just going to block this guy now. He's just going to do nothing but focus me. The entire game. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hey, 5A. 5A. The 5A. Interesting. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. We actually would have had shots. But I fell back a little early. Why is there somebody in this wall? Nobody knows. Oh. Knock, knock. Boom. Alright, well. The world will die. Robo's probably going to do some pretty good damage, though, before he dies. I would think he's a Robodor. That pole cannot be broken. Still can't be broken. Why did you allow yourself to die? Why didn't you pay attention to your map? You know what? We're gonna die real soon, so... Oh, I hit somebody else. Somebody else just drove in front of that guy. That's too bad. We've got our gold loaded. Man, oh man. Knock him out. Good tracking hit on that guy. Good, good, good. Getting all the assist. You gotta go. What's the tank destroyer? A Tehran. Assume it's a 60. Now I don't mind going in. Oh, but we're gonna get Tehran real quick. So it's the Tehran we probably hit blind. But we only tracked him. Yeah, he's got damaged tracks. It was him who we hit. He's lucky we didn't damage him when we shot at the TP. Nice. I poked up to kill him, but now it doesn't matter, because he's dead. So we're going to stay hull down on this 60 TP. That's his back end. Trapped him. Getting all this assist. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Not a crazy game. Lucky, lucky man. No, this gun is trolling me. It is so inferior to the FV215Bs. Like, it's not even comparable. Oof. We're not spotting him, though. Not that time. Yeah, you did damage, buddy. But you've already fixed your tracks, so... Dead? There we go. Who are you? Why are you there? As long as he doesn't set us on fire, we're good. Because he won't pen us unless he's firing AP. Is that all you got? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. People look at me. People like... They're like, Clone, you only show us the good games. You're always doing this. Or I did that and I don't have those games. And blah, 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 blah. It's about paying attention to the minimap, guys. That's what it is. Like, well, I do. Well, then you're making the wrong place. I mean, look at this game we just had. We used our brain. Bada bing, bada boom. 8,000 combined damage in the S-Conk. 8,500, basically. Just shy of it by 20. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'll happily take that. Look at all these donuts on the enemy team, because we position ourselves nicely. When a Tehran does 0 damage, you have done your job well. I like it. Super Conk on a horrible map. Lots of bots. Why are there bots? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. On this fine day. Very interesting. Where to go and what to do? That is the question that I have no answers for. Because this map is literal crap. It's the worst. One of the worst. I don't like it. And hopefully I'm not alone there. Where are we going to go and what are we going to do is the question. I think I might go down to around here. But I'm not in FV215B, which is... FV would just work better there. I'm spotted. By whom? Not him. That guy? Could have been that guy. Probably was, in fact. Come on, Conqueror, pull back. Can we not see each other? Who? There he is. It's a real player, and this was a fake one. Excuse me, please. Excuse me, please. I wish bots had some kind of programming to not be retarded. Please track the camera rack. That's exactly what we wanted. That's better than what we wanted, really. Alrighty. Not a fan of that. Yeah, put my gun up in his. Nice. E3 has used his repair kit. Let's keep that in mind. We want to track this outside. He's not going to let us track this outside. There we go. Nice. I don't need you ramming yourself on him. Absolutely not. You are not surviving this. There we go. That was painful, but we did it. Screw that. Screw that guy, man. He's even firing heat. He just punched through. I don't even know where he punched through because we were hull down to him. Look at, we were behind this. It looked like it went high. I'm pretty sure he just hit me in the turret. And oh, look at upper plate. It was the upper plate. Do you see right where my tip of my gun is? He went with it right there. Again, this is just, the armor is not heat proof. Despite it being a heat shield, it is not a heat shield. It is just there to look pretty and make you think it blocks heat, but that's not how heat works. Freaking 1,000 damage? Dude, I'm done with Terrans. I would ban all of them. Still get the MVP, and still get top damage, despite there being a Terran in the game. You have to be really bad at the game to only get 2,900 damage in your Terran in a bot lobby. My gosh. Wow. Tortoise, though, at the bottom, though. That's pretty sad. We're gonna do one more game, I think. Yeah, we're gonna do one more game before we finish up this, basically a Super Conqueror review. A good map. Though I wanted to spawn further that way. That's okay. We'll see what we can do. I want to catch them as they're crossing into the town, but I don't think we're going to be quick enough to do so because they gave us the worst spawn for it. So we just have to adapt. We're still going to try. See what happens. What is that? That was a cool guy. It is an honor. Who was that? Was that? I hope it wasn't. It could have been. Maybe it was. Like, I'm wondering if that was the Terran. It usually is, I've noticed. Something about these players. Oh, freaking penned. 4005. I just got penned by a tiger too. guys. I don't know what to do. Who's still aiming a gun at me? You know what? Despite losing all their health, we're making this work. We've just broken our health. I should have shot him with a gun. The track. That's not what we wanted. He's hiding. He just double tapped that guy. Why? Oh! 277 after all that did find us. Not before we did 5,000 combined damage, though. After such a bad opening, I'm very happy with 5,000. Very. But that is going to be it. We got to have a bad game at some point, right? Super Conqueror, I think it's kind of pathetic vehicle. I really do. Why does it go 34? For what it does. It goes 34 with no armor to speak of. Like, that is the Super Conqueror. You're like, oh, the FE215V goes 34. Yeah, but it turns on a dime and it has side armor and it can side scrape, and the gun is amazing. This gun is so derpy. I have vertical stabilizers on my Super Conqueror, and I do not have vertical stabilizers on my FE215B. And you guys have seen me play the FE215B. There's a big difference. But that is going to be it. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned on the channel because we've got 2 other videos coming out for you guys today. The WZ-111 5A is going to come out. The married video to this one. And we're going to play tanks that kill us. We're going to do that as well today. So make sure you're around for those. And I will see you guys all later. Take care, everyone. And peace out.